the Mystic, Muddbone.
This is a man you never cross.
I don't recommend it. But we're in Pell City. It's hard to explain things to these people.
These are some of the nicest people you will ever run across.
No, actually, I was just out there with them, and I'm going to tell you, no, they're not very friendly.
Well, considering a lot of people here are still kind of irked, ticked, torqued, upset, mad, pissed at the shenanigans y'all pulled in February here at the GCW Live event, round 1 of the JYD Memorial.
We are always in the past. We're talking about the present. We've done nothing to them. They're upset. And it's because they don't understand. If they would listen, they would understand. They wouldn't be mad.
While I have a quick second, want to remind everybody, drop over and say hi. Facebook.com/GCW Photos. Our official Facebook photo account. Like it, love it, tag it.
Never mind the photographer, ignore him. This is what I like. Muddbone takes his time. He really gets under the skin of these kids.
Yes, he does.
I enjoy that.
That scares me when you and I actually agree on something.
It's funny. I'm still waiting to get to my good foot. I haven't found the. Wait, I love it when the parents get mad. That's my favorite. Yeah, get that kid right there. He had some bad things to say to me earlier. Scare him real good.
Let me guess, he spoke bad about your PA, right?
Well, he wasn't friendly about anything. He didn't care for the PTB or me. I think he was a bull stressor for me.
And let me clarify something real quick. There's been speculation all around questioning statuses coming out of the first night of the JYD Memorial. I'm going to lay this on the line very clearly and very succinctly. For those who think that the hashtag PTB are going to have any effect with my standing status and presence in Global Championship Wrestling, I will give it to you very clearly. Kids, I ain't going anywhere.
I would straighten up and fly right then if it were me.
Careful how you consider the notion of flying, Mr. Cosper.
I will. You know what I'm thinking about flying about right here? This is a great opportunity for Muddbone. GCW Heavyweight Championship. Great champ. Been a while since he's had the opportunity. This is a guy who deserves a shot. We're going to be graced by Mr. Tutwiler. This is going to be interesting. He's always has something enlightening to say. Fans love him. Kind of curious his thoughts too. Especially knowing that he's managing a marked man.
You've been nothing but a disappointment to me.
Oh. Say what? What have we here? Oh! History does repeat itself, doesn't it? How about this?
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's actually one fall. The Mystic Muddbone. Taking on the GCW Heavyweight Champion AJ Steele. Your referee for this non-title matchup, David Kilgore.
That's a weird non-title. That's interesting. Because it appears Mr. Tutwiler has pulled a swerve. History's come back. He and Muddbone a lot of history. I was going to talk about that.
They do have a past together.
Father Time right on top of things here. There we go.
Bell sounds. We are underway in Pell City, Alabama at the Pell City Civic Center. One-on-one competition. Once again, this is non-title. AJ Steele, the Mystic Muddbone, and somebody's just been handed the weirdest notice I've ever seen on the spot. And this is being done before a matchup?
That says to me, AJ Steele's gotten cross with the boss. There's a lot of that going around lately. Tutwiler gave him his walking papers right there. Against Muddbone, though.
And these are two powerhouses.
Absolutely, but this is something to think about this. AJ Steele was just Pearl Harbored right here. I'm not saying Pearl Harbor. Give him official notice is a better way to put it. But
He was blindsided.
But Tutwiler, you know, has been talking with Muddbone. They go way back. So how prepared is Muddbone on the weaknesses of AJ Steele right here?
Knowing Muddbone the way that I do, this man is a student of the game, literally. Don't let the exterior fool you. Up and over, nice Beal takeover.
Well, I'm just going to say this in the interest of competition because honestly, what AJ Steele has, we know that the Hawaiian Hitman Micah Taylor is in his future. How much damage is Muddbone going to do here?
Muddbone will do as much damage as humanly possible to any opponent that gets in his way, and knowing the fact that it is the heavyweight champion in Global Championship Wrestling can make it that much more enticing for the Mystic. However, hard shots to the arm looking to disable that left arm.
Absolutely. And hey, and let's look at it this way too. Tutwiler doesn't come into anything without a plan. Victory over AJ Steele in the non-title match would put Muddbone right at the top.
Yes, it would.
Shot.
Off the rope, set, swing and a miss on the clothesline. Muddbone offset. Beautiful deep arm drag. Sets, does it again. That's two in a row. And Muddbone backing up for a second. Strategy or strategery, if you want to use that word.
I'm gonna say strategy because Teddy Tutwiler has a strategy. Let's look at this. He just walked out here managing the champion. He just fired the champion from his stable. He no longer manages the GCW Heavyweight Champion.
Ooh, looked a little bit low. Hard right hand by Muddbone.
He's going to be wanting to replace that pretty quickly, don't you think? Is Muddbone the man is that the charge he's going to send after AJ?
That's a good question. And I know swing and a miss on the elbow drop. Steele sets, brings him up. Hesitation slam.
The power of AJ Steele is unmatched.
I've got to sit back and say this. I've seen the power displayed by Muddbone the early seconds of this match with those Beal takeovers. You do not ever underestimate the Mystic from San Monique.
I'll agree with that. I'm still going to say power advantage AJ. Muddbone's not a weakling by any stretch. But this is a great plan. I'm starting to see the logic behind Tutwiler. I know if it were me and it were one of my guys out there in this situation, I would do all the damage I could to AJ and then pin him or take the victory any way I could to get my man a #1 contender spot. Do the injury, take the shot, take the title.
Straight on headbutt with authority by the Mystic Muddbone. Closing back into the corner. Looked like an open throttle choke for a second there. Now definitely is.
Kilgore doesn't really seem to be anxious to get in there to stop that, though. Be careful.
Father Time gonna jump on a moped in a second.
You usually only see that old man move about that fast at dinner time. That's about it.
Hard splash and clothesline from the Mystic Muddbone on AJ Steele. Comes in off the ropes. Beautiful drop kick by Steele. Comes over. Does not hook the leg, however. One, no.
I guess you got a trick for me. I've got one for you. AJ Steele with the drop kick.
Nice deep arm drag takeover. Almost Dragon-esque.
And this is not where you want to be because there is a lot of strength in those arms working over the joint of the arm and shoulder of Muddbone right now.
And don't forget the elbow right in the middle of that mix.
don't see him on the elbow.
You turn the arm, the elbow's right there.
I was watching Father Time get in position. That's always an event itself.
1. That's all he got.
I don't worry. I didn't know if he only got one if we were still waiting on 2.
Be sure to follow at GCW Pro Wrestling over on Twitter. Tag us, say hi, got pictures, love to find out about them. Hard whip into the corner.
You can also find that at GCWPro.com. Check out the website.
Splash and set. Muddbone rock staggering his way over to the corner. And also at GCW Pro Wrestling on Instagram.
Hey, look at that.
You want to go tit for tat? We can. Up into the corner. Steele lines him up. Sets. Charges. No!
Telegraphed the move. Muddbone was waiting, and this is bad news for Steele. On the street, on the floor with Muddbone. Nobody comes out a winner there.
Muddbone is like a shark. The transformation is just instantaneous, and you can see wailing away on AJ Steele.
No, he's giving the fans right there front row an up close and personal view of this beating.
Got a good picture yet, Amy? How you doing over there?
I guarantee she'll have a good picture before this is over. Get a good picture of AJ Steele. This may be the last time we see him if Muddbone has it.
Oh! Steele is rocked on the top of those steel steps.
I tell you, I have a lot of questions here. Is Mr.
Wait a minute.
May get one answered right about now. You'll see, that's
Mr. Tutwiler, I've got to sit back and say this from me to you, sir. You can do better than that. If you're going to take the time and get involved physically, go for the gusto just like that. Double sledge by Muddbone.
He didn't know where Kilgore was.
Does Kilgore know where Kilgore was?
Usually not, especially after 3:45.
Unless it's movie night.
He's usually in the juice early on movie night.
I remember he does like it when the Flintstones is being played.
Yeah, it was there when it was fun. But so let me ask you this: is Teddy Tutwiler going to be the manager of record of Muddbone right now?
Field goal, 3 points.
Has Muddbone joined the foundation?
I don't know. But I'm going to sit back and say this. I know Muddbone very well. This man, look, don't ever be fooled. The man is a mercenary. Remember, and I'm going to give you one to consider. As time goes by, off, set, splash. Turns around, floats in, hooks the...
There's a wake-up call.
2.
Only 2.
I'm going to give you this one to consider. This is the mercenary that is Muddbone.
Yes.
Kick to the midsection of AJ Steele. Muddbone lines up, sets, kick to the back. Muddbone tried on more than one occasion to cash in. Hard right hand by Steele, rocks Muddbone, make it another.
You said it all. Right hand, get in there and do your job, Kilgore.
Muddbone very quick to jump on the possibility for cashing in on a bounty that was on the head and career of Micah Taylor a while back.
Absolutely, he's not afraid of money.
You can't trust him either.
I'm not trying to trust him.
Beautiful!
But look at this. If you want somebody to do some damage and send a message, Muddbone's
1,
man.
2.
And I'm telling you, the only thing keeping the big gold off of Muddbone is management. He needs management. He needs leadership. He needs somebody to direct it. To focus that carnage. That's what he needs. Tutwiler's the man for it. If this is the case, we may have a new champion. Either way, the winner gets Micah Taylor. Whoever's champion gets the privilege of facing Micah Taylor, and that's the job nobody wants. Look at AJ Steele firing back.
Wailing away, and Steele's going to town on Muddbone.
Get in there and break that up, Kilgore. Close fist. Do your job. Now he's biting. Now, Father Tom, boy, you're really being assertive there. You scared him.
Let there be no doubt. AJ Steele will cut a corner in a heartbeat. If he doesn't cut it, he'll plow straight through. Oh,
yeah, he's in there with a man that'll cut a corner and fight fire with fire. How about that? AJ Steele resorted to biting, and here comes Bone. Run for cover, Kilgore. You may be dinner. Here we go. Bone sends him to the ropes. AJ off. Double club. And we're going to see if Kilgore can make it to 10. I doubt it.
I will not take that bet.
There's no way. We'll be here to Christmas waiting on the answer to that. All right, who wants it a little more? Does our champion AJ Steele want to come out the winner here tonight, or does Muddbone want to let everybody know he's a serious contender for that title?
Muddbone is definitely a serious contender for that title at any particular point in time. I'm actually quite surprised this is non-title. This was not done through my office.
Yeah, I would have thought this would have been for the championship. I really would have. There he is, Muddbone. Muddbone taking a little direction from Tutwiler. Did you see that?
Hard clotheslines.
Let's see if he received the message. Teddy gave him a little instruction.
Beautiful flying shoulder block. Takes down Muddbone.
There have been some bad instructions.
2.
That's the intensity of Muddbone to be able to kick out, because that was a high-impact flying shoulder by AJ Steele.
Yes, it was. For him to get that frame washed up, that is tremendous lower body strength. Seth was going for roll the bones. No, back elbow by Steele. Make it 2.
Power of Bone coming back and we'll go for the finish. AJ fights out.
Brings him up. He is set.
How often do you see? How often do you see somebody pick Muddbone up like that?
3.
Great job, great win.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the following match, your GCW Heavyweight Champion, AJ Steele.
Well, I'm glad to see it. Great win by AJ. Glad to see him as the champion. How about that? Oh, wait a minute. There's no call for this. There is no call for this.
Mr. Tutwiler, you may have overstepped your boundaries.
He has no business putting his hands on the manager.
The manager has no business putting his hands on the champ.
Wait a minute. Just because you got fired, there's no call for this. The man was fired. He put you on the road because you didn't measure up. And this is how you're going to behave.
And there's a hard lesson to be learned.
You're in that ring holding that belt because of Teddy Tutwiler.
Brings him up.
Somebody needs to get out here and stop this.
The cock of the walk is about to be the cock of the crawl. Down and down hard.
Well, I like the way you do that to a manager. I like the way you do it to Muddbone.
I like the way Micah Taylor did a chair to the commissioner.